welcome to the suppiest of sups and all of Suptown. I'm Dan.
And I'm not Dan.
And today, Keith is telling me all about his biggest pet peeves.
I am?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, number one on the list, this guy right here. Yeah, okay. Is that actually what you want to do?
No, it's just the first thing that came to mind. So the reason this is the suppiest of all sups, guys, because we are keeping all that in, is we have literally no idea what we're doing for this video. Yeah. And we're just gonna sort of chill and talk. Basically, we're only doing this. This is our laziest content that we've ever done for you. Because as you can see by our wardrobe, we just kept recording after our ridiculous Comic-Con video. And now I'm like, well, the lights are up. Let's just keep boiling the content in the cooker.
The lights are up.
The content of the cooker content.
I knocked into them a few times going back and forth, so I don't know that they're up correctly.
Nobody needs to see us. They just have to hear what's in our heart.
Oh.
Now, Keith.
Daniel.
You're on Amazon.com.
I am. Amazon.com. I'm a big fan of Amazon.com.
I know, you're fucking like a corporate whore for those bitches.
Yeah. I don't know what that means in this context, but sure. I'm real slut buddy with Amazon. Yeah, I mean, so there's that whole like, taking people's jobs. Like, come on.
Just ruining everything.
Prime delivery? Come on.
Just fuck them all as long as I can get my beard wax by 9 p.m.
You say my beard wax or my bed wax?
I said my beard wax.
Beer wax?
No, bad boo. I said beard wax.
Beard wax, okay.
Bibbidi boppity beard wax.
That is where I order beard wax.
BibbidiBoppityBeardwax.com?
No, that's our next product lineup.
Yeah,
I don't know. I use Amazon for everything.
I know you do.
That's great.
I know you do.
It's great. I mean, where did we get all this lighting equipment?
Yeah. Amazon, look, as a product, it is on point. Basically have very few complaints aside from when they screw me. But
even then he likes it.
Well, who doesn't like being screwed by a weird smiley face that goes from A to Z? Want to talk about our favorite logos? That's a topic.
Oh, that's a pretty good topic.
Yeah.
I don't know that we finished any of the 3 other ones that we've introduced. So I mean...
I wasn't really introducing them. I was more floating. This is called the brainstorm episode.
So this is the episode where you ruin all the topics we could actually talk about now before we get a chance to.
Yes.
That way we can't do them again, but we didn't do them justice here.
Yes. I mean, I feel like we've already talked about Amazon somewhat recently, so I don't want to go.
I don't recall.
We did the Amazon look video, which is similar.
Yeah, but that's
similar.
Not really.
It's similar.
It didn't really touch on any of the greater points.
Well, the pet peeves thing we can easily go back to because you literally said nothing.
Well, no, I said plenty, and it's
what are your favorite logos?
Hey, this is a great opportunity to do the Dan and Keith ruin their friendship. All right, Dan. What's something that we hugely disagree on?
Pluto. No, I'm just trying to think of things we've disagreed on in the past.
We'll find one.
Let's find one.
Favorite logos.
Favorite logos. Okay. Well, I am a fan
of this lovely one here.
Ooh, saucy.
Of course, you went like that and totally obscured it.
Saucy. How do you feel about Google's new logo versus the old font?
What is it?
Well, I guess that now it looks like that instead of like the weird
bubbly.
funky. Yeah, now it's like round and boring.
I think I like it better actually.
I've gotten used to it, but I guess my feeling is that I felt like it was so iconic before. And now it just feels kind of normal. But the various colors is still very iconic. Yeah.
Like, because the whole thing is, like, they would always change the font and add symbols and stuff and pictures. Yeah. As long as you have the basic color scheme, it conveys what it needs to.
I will say, I feel like it used to be special when they would change it.
But now it's all the time.
Now it's all the time, and it's usually stupid.
You know what? Let's do the Google Archive of Games.
I did like when they had Pac-Man in Google Maps recently. That was cool.
There's also a Beethoven one, or maybe it was Mozart they had a little bit before that. Oh, this is pretty good. The cricket one. Did you play the cricket one?
I don't think so.
It was like you actually played cricket with crickets.
Oh.
It was pretty buggy though.
Oh. Ah! Was that on purpose?
No.
That was good. Okay, let's not waste the camera.
Alright, what do you want, Dan? I just finally found it and I can't even play the game.
What are we... Yeah, no, you cannot play the game. Alright, so we're going to continue to brainstorm. That's going to continue to be the video.
Is this just going to be a reference for us for later?
Oh, clearly, this is just going to be like bonus episode or something.
It's going to be the garbage episode.
This is gonna be yeah, that's what we'll call it, the garbage episode. Have you ever found anything interesting in the garbage?
Have I ever found anything interesting in the garbage?
Yes.
I don't make it a habit to search through the garbage.
Yeah.
Well, define garbage.
Yeah, because I'm sure you find things on like the side of the road and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, furniture. You can take furniture from the side of the road that's in good shape.
Yeah.
It's just, people just don't want it. They put it out so people take it.
Man, this could be like a whole definitional debate. Add that to the list of things.
What's garbage?
Yeah. What is garbage? All right, next topic. We need like a wheel of fortune. Game shows. What's your favorite game show?
I don't know that I necessarily like to watch game shows.
Yeah.
I will sometimes enjoy watching Jeopardy or something. I don't like most game shows.
Yeah. I
am very entertained by watching old game shows, clips on YouTube like What's My Line with like Vincent Price or like Groucho Marx.
Yeah.
I find those very entertaining, but I think that's because the whole point of it is that they're breaking down the game show and taking it over. And, especially like Groucho Marx. If you ever look up the video of Groucho Marx on What's My Line, it's pretty great.
It was pretty great. I think you've shown that to me.
I might have.
I think it was pretty great. I think we used it at the end of some podcast.
We may have done that. Or we may have also just impersonated Groucho Marx.
That's very possible. It wasn't maybe in communism because they had the whole thing where they were talking about the Marxist or whatever, and she said
could have been.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
That could have been.
I don't really watch game shows that much. I had a friend in college who was
a game show. Little known fact.
Yeah, every time I wanted to buy her, she would just ask me trivia questions. If I didn't get them right,
come on down.
I didn't get them right.
Daniel,
she'd slime me.
My best friend. Can you tell me when we hang out today? What's behind the curtain?
She would watch Jeopardy every single night. And so in that kind of setting, it was fun to watch Jeopardy. I respect Jeopardy for what it is. I don't usually think to watch it myself, but I feel like if I was chilling with a group of peeps, it's a good time. You eat some chicken fingers.
From the Comic-Con.
Yeah, from the Comic-Con. You choke a little bit.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I don't know that I've ever been like, oh, Jeopardy's on, I gotta turn on the TV.
Yeah.
I'd be like, if I walk in the room and it's on, I'd be like, okay, I'll sit down and watch this.
Well, that's the thing that I never have that experience anymore. I know at your house it seems like the TV's almost always just on in general.
If other people are home, I don't usually have it on, but...
Because the TV never goes on for me at this point without a purpose of I'm sitting down to watch this.
To watch X. Or get it up on the Roku.
Yeah. Unless, and then if I'm not sure what I'm going to watch, I'm turning on Netflix and seeing what's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I'm never scrolling through the channels. I'm never just being like, oh, well.
Instant gratification.
Yeah. Well, it's also just like, it's probably better because you're not wasting your time on stuff that you don't actually want to be paying attention to. But, there's something to be said for the mindlessness and for discoverability of just something popping up and being like, I never would have tried this.
That's true. But, especially over the last few years, I've just been like, I don't want to watch any, I've got hundreds of channels and I don't care for a single goddamn thing on there, And the things that, I used to watch, and it would be, MASH reruns or whatever, I'd be like, well, I can get that when I want it and not have to tune in, I can definitely categorize my life with, the different things that I would watch when I came back from school.
Yeah.
Obviously, Toonami, we want to do a video on that, but, it got to a point where, maybe, middle school and high school, I would end up, on TV Land watching MASH a lot. And that was a big part of what I wanted to come watch.
Yeah. TV Land was a good time. I think I watched some Adam West Batman. I need to watch a lot of the classics. I haven't seen a lot of the classics. Never saw Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke is a pretty good show.
I know you were a fan.
I'm a fan of Dick Van Dyke in general. I think he's a funny guy.
Yeah. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
That crazy bastard.
That crazy bastard.
Yeah. You had said something which made me think of a new topic. I don't remember what it was. Right. What do you think it was?
I think it was, what do you think about the socio-political economic climate of Brazil?
I think that it's really struggling this time of year.
Actually, where's the place in South or Central America that they're like having a bunch of issues right now? Was it,
probably a few of them.
No, but like there's a place like in the news like this week
where
like
okay.
They did this thing where like the president is like trying to take control, has like special panels, and they're questioning whether the votes were even legitimate, and then I think it might have been Venezuela.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Hey kids, listen to NPR in the morning and you'll remember things for about 6 hours and then forget it.
Yep. Especially if it's just randomly on the background on your Uber.
Yeah.
Uber is a topic.
So actually, I do have a story about Uber. When Olga had a brunch, me and Caitlin were coming from Quincy.
Olga was the entrails.
She was the entrails.
Yeah.
Don't tell Olga. But so we decided to take an Uber because we had food and stuff we were trying to bring. We wanted to get there and not be burdened by taking different transit and get the food there on time. When we got in the car, the first thing he's asking us is, do we know any shortcuts?
No, he loves them shortcuts.
And so then we said, no, not in particular, we say just follow the thing. And I said, I'll bring up the Google map at the same time so we can confirm, because he seemed to be worried about what the app was telling him.
That's not the right. You don't ask, do you have any shortcuts? You ask, do you know a good way to go? Should I go buy the GPS?
But basically, it became very apparent from the beginning that he was of a mind to constantly disagree in major ways at every juncture with what the app was telling him to do. And so that at the end of the day, we went at least twice the distance that we would have, and at least twice the time that we would have, through as much traffic as possible and in the most convoluted way. And I asked Caitlin when we got out, in Uber, is it like a taxi where it charges you by the miles, or is it set on the price that you agree to?
Yeah.
And she thought at first that it was, it's set on the price.
Yeah.
But it turns out afterwards that it did bump up the price to account for the miles, which I'm assuming either did automatically or might have been a manual entry or something like the guy did.
I'm kind of confused about that too.
So I was about halfway through the ride, I was thinking like, this guy is trying to screw us.
Yeah.
This guy is like intentionally going the worst way because he only wants to do.
But that doesn't even make sense, because he would still make more money by just getting a different rider. Like
if he does, but like for somebody who's like a skis ball, which I think this guy was either
a moron or a skis ball.
Yeah, he was either a moron or a skis ball.
That could be a game show in itself. Moron or skis ball.
He's like, I'm not gonna bother to pick up 10 people a day. I'm gonna pick up 2 people a day and just screw them.
Yeah, brainstorm.
Yeah.
I don't know how to word this exactly.
Okay.
But I have a topic. What are things that you feel like in society that just have you by the balls?
Like Amazon?
Like Amazon or Uber or like how now they started like the various cellular companies just started being like, oh yeah, we're not like actually subsidizing your stuff anymore. You don't actually get anything for signing on a contract now because we realize we don't have to do that because you suck and we can do whatever we want to you.
So let's pause. Let's start with what we have mentioned.
Yes.
So for me personally, I know it's a little different for you. Yeah. Uber, I don't even have Uber on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Caitlin has it on her phone. I've been in Uber, fairly often. But for me, for the most part, there are exceptions. For the most part, I'm either going to be taking transit or walking.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily need Uber. I know that you rely on it a little bit more.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I've just gotten so used to it and the convenience of it, and also sort of the security of it, of knowing that like if the bus is really late or I miss my bus or whatever, that I can take an Uber. Like part of how I ended up getting into the rhythm of taking an Uber almost every day to work is that a bunch of days I would literally miss the bus by 10 seconds. And then the next bus would be a long time until. So then I'd have gotten up earlier. I'd have walked to the bus stop, and then I just get an Uber from there.
That's rough.
And so I was like, well, fuck it. I may as well just accept my fate. But, it's just a super convenience thing, and I've gotten so used to, especially because, the public transportation is not fast, especially if you're going anywhere far. And also, I think that for me...
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It takes me an hour to get into work in the morning.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And I think there's an interesting thing, because obviously neither of us drive, but also, like, I literally can't. I can't because of my vision. And so for me, Uber is something that's like, this is a new thing that's empowering. That means, like, I can easily get places on a quick amount of time, and I'm not paying for a car, and I'm not paying car insurance, and I'm not paying for gas. So, like, those are expenses I would have, because I think if I didn't have my eyesight issue, I would have a license right now.
Right.
Because that does matter to me, to be able to get around. So, like, to me, it's worth it. It's worth it for the convenience, and it's worth it for the mobility and the speed. But now, they've been jacking up the prices, they're adding tipping, all this stuff, and it's becoming more of a
just a normal taxi.
Yeah. And it's also, I've been having this very strange phenomenon that I'm happy for, but it's weird, where I'd say maybe every other week this summer, it's happened at least for 4 or 5 weeks. I'd say 5 weeks this summer.
Okay.
I get a promo saying, just this week, half off all Uber rides. And so...
Did you jailbreak Uber?
No, I didn't do anything. Also, Olga's very mad because she hasn't gotten it once.
Well, it's because you're taking all hers.
Now, my assumption is it's because I use it way more than she does.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of times to get that promo. Yeah. And it's just like a weird thing because they added the prices, like they upped the prices and stuff, I'm still basically just paying what I paid before.
Out. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it also encourages me to use it more because I'm like, well, it's only $4.
Right, yeah, it's $4 now.
Yeah.
If it was $8, I would only do it once, but if it was $4, I'm going to do it 3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
So they're making more money off
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, because, that's the thing.
It's all about value.
On a week where it is like $10 to get home from work, I'm never going to take it home from work because I can take my time getting home from work. But if it's suddenly $5 and it's rainy out, I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm going to take my Uber.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hate to say it, but it's hard for me to conceive of hearing something bad about like Amazon or Uber that would make me stop using those products.
Yeah, Amazon definitely for me is something that I use for everything.
Yeah, like, it's just such a ubiquitous part of my life now. And I know it's terrible.
Yeah.
But also, like, I do think that a company is more than like its CEOs and stuff. There are multiple. There's tons. Like if everyone was like, we're boycotting Uber now, that would hurt more than just the CEO of Uber.
Right.
It would hurt tons of people.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, like Amazon's like, not only do I order things on Amazon, I have Prime, but I love Prime Music. I use it all the time. I don't use Spotify or Pandora that much anymore.
Yeah.
Because I like having basically I bought a CD off of Amazon.
Yeah.
It instantly goes to my Prime account.
Yeah.
And it has radio, and I can just search albums.
Yeah.
Now you can pay extra to get the unlimited, which is literally everything.
Yeah.
Or if you have normal Prime, you just have a lot of things.
Yeah.
So like that's great.
Yeah.
No commercials. I hate Pandora commercials.
even when you're not
full circle. Come back to the beginning. My pet peeves. Pandora commercials. The worst, loudest compression when you're trying to listen to some music and it's like, O'Reilly's, and I'm like, I will murder you.
Yeah, okay, that in general pet peeve of mine is when you're watching a TV show or whatever and they suddenly make the commercials. You're making me hate you. Like, I don't understand what they think they're doing, but you're making me hate you. And you're getting to the point where maybe I would have listened to you, but instead I'm just muting you. Oh my god. It's a problem.
Yeah.
Fucking hate that shit. Well, garbage episode.
Hey.
Episode 1 of garbage episode. I'm sure there'll be more.
Yeah. Hey, did you ever find anything cool in the garbage other than this episode? Check back next week for more garbage.